welcome back to Going Skits Gaming. I am Tim Skits, and today we're continuing our playthrough of Lunar Abyss. Lunar Abyss is a first-person shooter, platformer, adventure, horror / game. In the last episode, we found some weapons, we extended our health a bit, we beat our first boss or two. I'm not sure how they classify it, but we basically completed our first mission. It's a bit of an odd story. Basically, we're a prisoner. We've got like 900 days or something in prison, and we're trying to work that down by completing missions by going to this moon that appeared and has been taken over by things, basically. It's a bit odd, but I'm interested in it. The platforming is actually quite good. I'm enjoying the 3D aspect of it. So without any further ado, let's get in there and see where the story takes us.
Welcome back, Fox. How are you feeling?
I felt better.
We actually did this dialogue at the end of the last episode. It's redoing it because we've just come back into the game.
I suppose it must have been quite a traumatic experience.
I could try some of the different dialogue choices
The
now,
good
I
news
guess.
is, you completed your mission. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days. The bad news is, you lost a warden. That's a penalty of 20 days. I'm sure you'll do better next time.
What the hell happened to me?
If I'm being honest, I don't know. Your neural signature, the signal inside you that is normally intrinsically connected to a warden, has become separated. It is now its own entity.
And that means...
You no longer need a warden to protect you from the scourge in the abyss.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
It certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Your vital signs look fine. Better than before, in fact. I doubt many humans would have the mental strength to adapt as quickly as you did. It's quite impressive.
Urian, he mentioned you by name? He said this is for Aelin.
Well, that is unusual. However, not surprising given my research on...
He said something about going to Grey...
You need to rest, Fox. Leave this Urian to me. We'll talk tomorrow.
So, if I remember correctly, Urian was like a dog-type creature that had an axe for a head. Odd. Okay, so there's a few things there to read. Dear Mr. Fisher, on behalf of everyone at Fate, we at the Stonewell Research Institute would like to formally welcome you to your new life among the stars. On Earth, we once said, the sky's the limit. Here in Luna, we believe that there's no sky, there's no limit. Imagination, ambition, innovation, whatever drives you, we're here to make your wildest dreams reality. Each researcher is equipped with their own private quarters, including a personal library stocked to your specifications. With access to state-of-the-art laboratories, communal tea room, gym and spa, and daily transport into the heart of the abyss, we aim to ensure that everyone at Stonewell has the environment they need to succeed. Sorrow Canyons. Why sorrow? Tell me. Have you ever seen anything down there to be happy about? Placental Steps. Don't you want to know what's behind the door? The great miracle, they call it. Oh, but we have to keep it hidden from the church, don't we? As if they don't already know about the secret station. As if they haven't seen the endless stream of dead-eyed pilgrims muttering about the answer, the secret, the heart. If you ask me, it's Pandora's box. It's locked for a reason. Warden's regret. Always wondered exactly what that... always wondered what exactly it was that the warden regretted. And then I got sent down there and realized the answer is everything. Okay.
You should probably get some sleep.
Sure. I guess that means I should get some sleep
Time
then,
for bed,
hey?
Fox?
Sleep sounds good.
$9,000 days, not 900. Oh, I thought she was a floating head. No, she turns out she's like a snake. Wow, that's odd.
Good morning, Fox. Are you feeling better?
How am I supposed to feel better when I'm stuck in this place?
I'm chalking that response up to you having a bad night's sleep, Fox. In any case, I've been looking into this Urian character. He's quite the proverbial ken of snakes.
He said someone was hunting him down.
I should hope so. He's got a rap sheet as long as my neck. Urian Caldecott, wanted for historic crimes against the old colony. Treason, espionage, theft, reckless endangerment of life. The list goes on. He is to be apprehended at all costs. I've logged a mission request into the system for you.
It feels like it's in my head.
I don't know what that place was, but I believe Urian lured us there for a reason.
He mentioned something about prophecy.
Yes, well, there might be something to that. The Abyss still has secrets. We don't know much about the original prophecy, the one that drove the Church to build the lost colony. But we do know that they believed there was a heart to the Abyss, a place of immense power that would open up to those that were true believers. It seems Urian is a hangover from a time long lost, a dangerous extremist.
He told me he'd be waiting for me in Greymont.
Greymont. It was the capital of the old colony, the birthplace of the Scourge. A powerful place. I can't help wondering if he's luring you into a trap.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
Capture request for fugitive Urian Caldecott accepted. Scout 5437, designation Fox, to report for duty. Bounty set at 4,000 days. Reduction to sentence.
I was hard on you yesterday. But if you do as I say and follow my orders, you have a real chance of making it home one day. Anyway, it's time to go back to the Abyss and get to work. As you don't have a warden anymore, I've had to use an old disconnection point to triangulate a suitable location. Luckily for you, it's exactly where we need to go to open the way to Greymont. Let's go, connecting you to King's Reef. Would you like to connect to the Abyss?
I'm ready.
Righto. I guess we're getting in there.
Welcome
So I'm
to
outside
King's
now.
Reach, Fox.
Let's have a look around. So, oh. We can't leave. My wife is too ill. I can't even get her out of bed, let alone drag her through the streets. And even if I could, we'd barely last 10 minutes out there. I can hear them all screaming at each other like it'll make a blind bit of difference. Trampling each other, pushing kids, the very worst of human behaviour. Where do the people end and the monsters begin? I can't stay behind in here forever. Sooner or later, I'll need to leave. Dot needs medicine. Food, water. I don't have a weapon. I'm a researcher, for God's sake. Why would I need one? But the thought of facing those monsters scares me, almost as much as losing her does. Keep calm and carry on. That's what Dot used to say. I might be the brains of the operation, but she is and always has been the heart. Okay, well. So this is a bit more open world than I thought. Okay. Everett. I've never met anyone who loves the sound of his own voice quite so much. Won't take advice. Thinks he's the funniest man on Luna. Absolutely insufferable. I wouldn't change him for the world. Okay.
After the scourge erupted, it's said the All-Father fought to seal the darkness away once and for all. Both here and back in the Old City, stopping the spread of the disease. The train line to Greymont has been sealed shut for hundreds of years. But if you're to follow the All-Father's orders and apprehend Urian, we'll need to find a way to break these seals and open the door. It's the only logical thing to do. I've seen something like this before. A commune in the Weeping Meadows uses one as their sigil. They're a group of disconnected. They like to keep themselves to themselves. It won't be easy to get past their defenses, but they may know what this seal means and how to break it. I'm uploading the Weeping Meadows route to your objective system, Fox. The path is an old scout trail, but it won't be easy to navigate. Keep your wits about you.
I'm just shooting so I can actually see. Okay. Go down.
Now here's a sight for sore eyes. And I'd begun to think we were the only scouts left down here. What brings you to sunny old King's Reach, little one?
Have you come from the Weeping Meadows? I'm heading that way myself.
I see, I see. Off on holiday, are you? Eh?
You get holiday? I need to speak to HR.
Never mind him. He's just being daft.
Apologies, little one. I suppose you must be out for salvage too. Not that there's much left. Me and Orion here spend our days combing the abyss for odds and ends. Sending technology back to Earth is the official line. Problem is, these machines have been rotting for the better part of 2 centuries, so most of it's useless old shit.
I'm sorry. He doesn't mean to be crude.
Well, time waits for no man. Or spider, eh? Good luck to you on your travels, little one. Maybe we'll cross paths again somewhere down the road.
Okay. Hey. Loading. Loading. Loading.
I see you've met my other scouts.
Everett and Orion? They seem nice. Have you had them long?
They're not pets, Fox.
How many scouts are there anyway? Aside from the 3 of us, I mean.
Not as many as there used to be.
And why is that? Hmm? Well, I've fallen quite far. What's over here? Oop. It's a bit of a drop. It looked like the wormhole for sliders. Stargate? How good would a Stargate game be? There might be one, but yeah, I've not played it. I've not heard of it. They're pretty cool though. Interesting. Double jump.
Well, you're quite the little prodigy. Oh, really? I'm delighted with your progress. This little gift is going to make your journey all the more satisfying. A spring in your step, you might say, or a boost in your jump. Breathe in that power. Savor it.
Aylin warned me about you.
Oh, dear Aylin. Forgive her, won't you? She's not quite what she used to be. She'll soon come around. Now, chop chop, I'm already tired of waiting for you. Raymond is awfully dull nowadays.
notes. You might well be asking yourself, why is Urian so kindly leaving me all these lovely presents? If you're not, you should be. Naive little wanderers get chewed to ribbons, and you're no good to me in the gullet of the abyss. You know how they say there's no such thing as a free lunch? That's doubly true down here. Every single soul you encounter, the dead, the living in the dead, will have designs on you. Ah, I hear you say, but that includes you, Mr. Caldecott. Does it not? Goodness, you are a clever soul. You are a clever soul. Jesus, I'm not clever, can't even fucking read. Listen well. I am the devil you know. My motives may be ulterior, but I am and always have been utterly transparent. These little gifts of mine were designed by a dear old friend, a smarter man than me. Dead now, in all likelihood, so use them well. Greymont awakes. Forks, and all other things besides. Truth and honor and justice above all. Your friend Urian. Okay, that was interesting. Just learn a little bit about Urian. Alright. This is so weird. Just descending randomly. Into the lunar abyss, I guess. Hey, there's one of these signs. Scout trials. The structure down here is immense in scale. By following the lit scout paths, one can visualize how these trails were once complete paths leading out into the meadows and beyond, at least until seismic activity drove these plates apart. We simply make the most out of what has been provided. These hand-carved paths are a mark of our own ingenuity. Messages left by scouts long since gone. Lights burning in the dark, that's all. Meadow Station is temporarily closed due to an ongoing incident. We apologise for the inconvenience. A limited number of services will be departing from Luna Valley Station. Please travel only if your journey is absolutely necessary. Thank you for your cooperation. Nothing around here. Oh, looking. Trying to make sure I'm missing anything, you know. I wonder. Is there any way for me to get out there over here? They're about here, I think. Nope. Entombed. My wife used to bring me all the latest news when she returned from her work in the Abyss each weekend, recounting all the political drama and tales of discovery. My research felt so dull by comparison. When the news first broke that there was a crisis in the Abyss, I didn't believe it. Perhaps if I had, I'd have made it in time. I don't know what I was waiting for. My wife, I suppose. I sat by the phone all afternoon, working diligently, hoping it would blow over, hoping she wouldn't call. When she did, I ran to her. We caught the last train out of the meadows. The fields outside were already turning grey with rot. I thought we'd made it just in time. Thank the gods. I had the foresight to bring my prototype with me. The rot outside is spreading fast, and there are terrible things moving in the dark. But we'll be safe, as long as we stay beneath this shield. Someone will surely come for us soon. Okay. I guess no one came. You really got to look around, eh? Is separation possible? Burning low on bigger rows, more samples needed. Shield wall. Okay. Guess it's loading. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that.
The Weeping Meadows. It never fails to impress me with its beauty. Well, what beauty is left? The Scourge has ravaged the landscape down here, despite the All-Father's best efforts. Those in the commune painted their sigil across the meadows to attract survivors. They must know something about its origin. I hope the Scourge didn't get to them too. That would really make your mission difficult. Well, let's be optimistic, folks. To the commune.
Meant to be an extraction point or something? No power. Okay. We're losing the fight out here. How is it possible to field an entire battalion of Goliaths and still be overrun? How many of these bastard creatures are there? Take down a swath and another comes to replace them, like a tsunami of the dead. The Fate infantry have already been annihilated, and us widows are useless in a fight. But we can, best we can do is retreat to a safe distance. If only the gods weren't dead, they might hear our prayers. All we've got left is hope. It's a cool gun. Okay. One up there, one over there, one in front.
You know, they used to call this place the Garden of Luna. It was the agricultural center of the Abyss. At its peak, enough produce was grown here to keep the entire colony fed. Now all those fields are flooded with scourge. The people who lived down here fought bravely, trying to hold back wave after wave of drift. The commune is all that's left of a once thriving community. It's only thanks to the Allfather that anyone survived at all.
Cool, alright. Checkpoint, health restored. Alright, this should be like a little boss fight area.
Mother! They found us!
They're explosive. Death candles. There's gonna be some reason to fucking be killing them later. Other than the fact that they hurt you. Something's gotta be like hidden, I reckon. At some point. It's like they're everywhere. Or maybe it's just a level design. You know? Integration with the world. And here they're getting in the way.
Min's going to be cross.
Who's Min?
It doesn't matter. You're interesting. What do you...
I'm just curious about the sigil on your banner.
Nobody remembers anymore. But I do.
I know all kinds. The reactor. That's where we find it. It meant something important, I think.
Something important?
I don't remember. She'll be cross, but maybe Min will let you go look for it. You should speak to her inside.
There's guns. Disconnected commune. Okay, so this is a new hub, a new safe area.
You shouldn't be here.
I'm sorry?
We have grown complacent. Your ingress is my failure. It has been a long time since anyone found their way here.
You keep yourselves well hidden.
We were the keepers of the Scourge, those appointed to contain the spread. You've seen it, haven't you? The rot in the flesh of the world. We were once Luna's last hope. Now, we merely count down the days until our inevitable end.
The warden outside said your sigil came from the reactor.
Voss says all kinds of things, only some of them are true. The All-Father came here not long before the Scourge erupted, told us to go to ground, and left for the old reactor. He went there with a companion, and came back alone. "I've taken care of it," he said. And then he left. He looked haunted. The sigil is his gift to us, a ward against the rot, that we may protect those few who remain.
Oh. There's a matching sigil on a sealed door in King's Reach. It must be related.
Perhaps. There is nowhere safe in the Abyss that the All-Father did not make safe. What those men did bought us time. But if this is your directive, then it seems our time has run out.
Aren't you even a little bit curious about it all?
Little bit. A little bit curious.
Curiosity is a luxury not afforded to those preoccupied with surviving. If you truly intend to exhume what ought to remain buried, I won't stop you. But living through it all the first time around was quite enough.
So it was the All-Father who placed the seal on the reactor. I hope you won't object to us breaking it. No. Intercepting Urian is our priority, by any means necessary. He made that perfectly clear. There's an old drift pump not far from here. If Min won't open the security door, then we'll do it ourselves. If we can just find a way out of the commune, we can kick that pump back to life and get the power running again. Let's get to it.
I'm surprised Min didn't shoot you on sight. Maybe she's grown soft over all these years.
Maybe I made a good first impression.
The world hasn't yet crushed all the optimism out of you. That's cute. In the absence of a good life, we hope only for a meaningful end. To die well is no great shame.
Okay. Boss. The twin that was here isn't anymore. I think their name was Paget. Well, you see, I think they are gone because of me. I wanted to hear the birds singing, but I couldn't resist their thoughts were so noisy. Just talking all the time. And I said, shh, you're scaring the birds. They are too afraid to sing because of your thoughts. I said, I wish you would go away. And I got so angry that I held my breath, and then everything went grey and silent for a long time. When the noise came back, Paget wasn't there anymore. I think I should not be writing this down. I think Min will be cross. Hide it away. Burn it away. I take my secrets when I go with me.
Sometimes, when I meditate deeply, I go to the edge. There used to be animals here. They're gone now. I wonder, what could be making those sounds?
Maybe it's the sound of your memories.
Maybe my heart remembers what my head can't. It was beautiful here once. I'd hate to forget that too.
In the early days of the commune, before melancholy was the dominant mood, I recall a scuffle breaking out between two Goliaths. I don't even remember what it was over, some patch of land probably. That's how desperate we all were for something we might call ours. Anyway, chaos ensued. The two enormous wardens stamping around, waving their guns at one another. And there we are in the crossfire. I won't lie, it was tense. And then Kashvi comes down, bold as you like, and says, "Stop all this nonsense right now before I bang your bloody heads together." And what do you know? They actually stopped. Thing is, there wouldn't have been any commune at all if it weren't for her. Roaming the meadows for strays, offering sanctuary without judgment, without expectation. We're all desolate, she told me once, but we don't have to be desolate alone. Something inside her broke me when Mare died, I think. She's not been the same since. You can't force her to talk about it, but I wish she would, for her own sake. I want to go back up. Oops. Have a look over there. Have a little look. Third one's over there. Alright, what we might do, we'll wrap this one up here. Yep. We'll wrap this one up here inside the Desolate Commune. And then we will come back and start the next chapter, heading towards the reactor. Cool. Going Skits Gaming, I'm Tim Skits. Thanks for watching.